Hello, 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 everybody. It's me, Jessica Grace, your host right here inside of Jessica Daily. I am so excited that you decided to tune in with me tonight. Listen, we are in for a treat. And I am so excited once again. So, we have a phenomenal topic for you tonight. And that topic is positive circles of influence. Mm, It's Wednesday wisdom. So we have some good wisdom or wise topics, I should say, ready for you. I'm excited about tonight's show because I definitely had to kind of make some things happen for tonight. And so if you follow me on Instagram and, of course, my Facebook page, Jessica Grace, then you'll be able to see exactly what I mean in my stories. I'm going to kind of give a breakdown of how I actually pulled tonight's production together. We had to take a little bit of an emergency trip. And so, because of that, we kind of had to make do. So, I'm excited. It's been great. It's going to be fantastic tonight. You guys are in for a treat. We have a very special segment coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's get into tonight's topic. So, we are talking about positive circles of influence. And it is so important that we are mindful of the people in our circle. I'm sure you probably see everywhere you look on social media from different thought leaders and different people who are, speakers or coaches or what have you. They're always talking about, who's in your circle, right? And so it is important. It is very important for us to be mindful of who's in our circle because energy is contagious. So if you have a bunch of negative, complaining, procrastinating people in your circle, there's a good chance that that type of mindset, habit, all of that can rub off on you. So it's time for us to do some self evaluation. We're at the last quarter of the year, and hopefully, you got a chance to tune in on Monday for Monday Motivation. And we talked about some things that we need to get accomplished for the rest of this year, right? Well, you can't really get things accomplished if you don't have the right forces around you, the right environment, the right connections in your circle. So it's time for you to challenge that area of your life. It's time for you to really ask yourself, hey, who am I listening to the most? Who am I talking to the most? What are they saying to me? Is it edifying? Is it building me up? Is the feedback that they're giving me, is it wise or is it ratchet? What are they saying to you? Is it positive? Is it positive feedback? Excuse me, is it positive conversation? That is what we have to ask ourselves about those we are connected to. Now, let me make this plain because a lot of times we get to the end of the year and we do, so many people just start cutting people off. Oh, I'm cutting people off. I've been, if I've been talking to you for this long, I've been loaning you money. If I've been down for you and you haven't done anything for me, I'm cutting you off. Now, I heard somebody say that if you have to go through this process every year, you are the problem. You might need to evaluate yourself. You might need to evaluate your picker. Are you picking the wrong people to come into your life and to be a part of your circle? Are you the problem? Sometimes, because we are not in the places that we want to be in life, we do have a tendency to settle. We have a tendency, like the quote says, misery loves company. We have a tendency when we're not where we want to be in life to only have the people who are where we are in our circle. But that is not how it should be. When you are in a place that you don't want to be in your life, you're wanting to go to the next level in your business, on your job, in your health, You don't want to have too many of the people who are where you are. You need to have people in your life who will challenge you, who will push you, who will help you to get to where you're trying to go because they have been there. So ask yourself that tonight. Ask yourself, have the people in your circle been where you are trying to go? In some capacity. You don't want to be the smartest person in your circle. You want to make sure that the people in your circle have something to pour into you. It's you know, I don't think there's any worse feeling when it comes to connections, friendships, and relationships than feeling like you're the only one pouring out. You're the only one trying to make sure that people are feeling, motivated and encouraged and feeling happy about their life and happy about their purpose and happy about their goals. It's not a good feeling to always feel like you're the only one who can pour out. You're the only one who can push and motivate. Sooner or later, you will find yourself at a state of feeling depleted. So we have to ask ourselves, we have to say, you know what? Let me do some evaluation. Let me check myself and see what my standards are. And after I check myself and make sure I'm actually aiming for the connections that I really need. And let me put a pin right there because having good connections, you don't want to have the mindset of, as they say, the whole opportunist type thing. Oh, I'm just trying to be connected to you for what you can give me. No, we always want to have the mindset of, I am a gift, I'm an asset, and I'm going to be connected to people who are gifts and assets and who are aware that they are an asset. Because when you're an asset and you connect with other people who are an asset, then you two can make some powerful things happen. So it is important. Hi, good to see you. One of our sponsors that we're featuring, you guys can see her logo down there in the bottom of the screen. Coach Pam is here. So you want to make sure that you are hanging around people, you're connecting with people who understand that they are an asset and not a liability. If you understand that you are an asset and not a liability, everything about you changes. I mean, your mindset, your character, the way you carry yourself, the way you interact with people, your confidence rises when you understand you're an asset and not a liability. And also, your picker for your connections and your relationships, that will change simply because you understand who you are and the value that you bring to the table. So, again, when you're connecting with people, we're not connecting with people to just try to get something. No, we're connecting with people to say, hey, I see what you have, and I think partnered with what I have, we can make something powerful happen. It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone. We talked about this as well on Monday night, and it's it's time for us to really make sure that we're not living in a box, that we're not living in some foreign land in our head and we're the only ones there. We're the only ones, being just doing what we're doing, but we're just there by ourselves, or we're there with people who do not have the mindset of going to the next level. So it's time for us to do some evaluation, and it's time for us to start asking ourselves, who am I connected to? If you see that you keep connecting, you keep saying, okay, I'm going to get a new connection. I'm going to embrace, this new relationship. I'm going to start talking, to this person and networking with this person or inviting this person to go to lunch. Okay, that's good that you want to develop some new relationships, but are the characteristics the same from your past? Because if the characteristics are the same from your past relationships that were not successful, those relationships that were toxic, those relationships that were draining, those relationships that made you feel like, oh my gosh, every time I talk to them, it's like, I just feel worse than before we got on the phone. Those relationships. If those relationships are if those characteristics are the same characteristics you're picking in your new relationships, you're not progressing. You're not changing. You're just repeating the same cycle, the same habit with a different face. So let us challenge ourselves to challenge our connections. Step outside of your comfort zone. Make new friends. Build new relationships. Again, I'm not saying that you have to cut other people off. You know, we want to be kind, we want to be loving, but when it comes to people that you talk to all the time, that you pour out to and they pour back into you, you want to make sure that it's a healthy relationship. So get out of your comfort zone. Go meet some new people. And I'll give you some ideas on where you can find some really positive relationships right now. We're, of course, still in a virtual setting because we're really trying to make sure that we're not doing too much outdoors or out, in the public. Get on these Facebook groups, get on LinkedIn, search some hashtags on Instagram for things you love. If it's IG reads, that's a good hashtag for readers. So if you're a reader, that's a great place for you to start. Looks like my lighting is going out on me, but that's a great place for you to start. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. So you want to make sure that you are actually pouring out and that you're actually not pouring out, I'm sorry, but that you're connecting with people who can reciprocate the engagement and the building up. That's right, Coach Pam. We must build each other up. So Facebook groups is a great way to find some really awesome connections, not just Facebook groups, but you have LinkedIn, you have Instagram. You can check some really awesome, connections there and search for people who are in your industry or who like what you like. And yeah, so social media could be the place for you. And of course, there are some little networking groups that still meet and still, apply social distancing rules or, facial masks to help you feel safe. Some churches are reopening. So, of course, you can make sure that you connect with a church, and you can really probably find some positive connections in a local church. Okay, so I just want to encourage you to move forward. My home church in Memphis, Tennessee, they have reopened Temple of Deliverance. Shout out to Temple of Deliverance Church, downtown Memphis. In my husband's home church, Temple of Compassion and Deliverance in Tupelo, Mississippi, they have reopened. So there's a lot of different churches. Whatever your style of ministry is, you can definitely find a place. So I am going to stop here because I see that my lighting is crashing on me. But I want to encourage you to share this broadcast, y'all. Share this broadcast. Let someone know that we are live right now, and I would love it for them to actually come on and be a part of tonight's broadcast. So we're going to transition here in just a few minutes because we do have our live shopping experience coming up, and we're going to share a few items from the online store with you. So I'm super excited about that. I invite you to hang tight, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Jessica Grace, your empowerment speaker, media personality, and brand strategist. I am here tonight with you to empower you and equip you with tools and strategies to help you expand your brand. Execution is the next thing that I want to talk about. Because what good is it for you to actually write a plan, right? and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm calling that person. I'm not walking in fear anymore. I'm calling that person today. And then stuff comes up and you're like, oh, I didn't make it. I didn't get a chance to, and it's late now, right? So you have to make sure you have to hold yourself accountable to execution. You have to challenge yourself to move beyond every obstacle that will come up in your way, every distraction, every naysayer, every voice in your own mind that says, are you sure you want to do this? Do you really think you can do that? You've got to challenge yourself to come against all of that, to rise above all of that, and actually execute your vision.
All right, y'all, it's me, Jessica Grace. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Listen, as I said earlier, I kind of did like a little bit of a makeshift tonight to make our broadcast happen. We're doing all that we can to remain consistent and diligent. And I know that I have a few of you that watch in the midnight hour with me and you're connected. And so we definitely wanted to come on tonight and share a message that I feel encourages many people. Positive circles of influence is very important. So make sure if you're just tuning in that you go back and watch the replay and share this with someone who needs it. So we're in our live shopping experience right now, and I am so excited to promote my new book. And this book is 50 Days of Life with Grace. You can see it right there. 50 Days of Life with Grace is available now on my website. I'm going to put the link in the comments so that you can make sure you grab your copy. It's right here. Boom. Available for you to take a look at the book. And listen, we are so excited because I have finally found a place that I really want to sow into as it relates to my book. So I'm going to be partnering with different types of transformation homes that really help young women or women of any age. But I am particularly really passionate about helping young women between the age in their 20s and 30s to really kind of refocus and regroup after suffering from, tragedy, trauma, and even addiction. So we are partnering with some organizations to really help them to help these young women change their lives for the better. So this book, 50 Days of Life with Grace, is going to be going to different transformation homes. Yes, 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 yes. So if you are someone and you're like, you know what, Jessica, I love that. And I would love to help you, whatever I can do. I want you to know that you can help us by simply purchasing a book and saying, hey, I want you to donate this book to someone who needs it, someone who really needs it. So you can grab a copy for yourself, grab a copy for a loved one, and you can also grab a copy of 50 Days of Life with Grace for a young woman who is trying to transition and go to the next level. All right, y'all. So I'm excited about that. And also, we have some other great products that we've just released. We do have our new dresses in stock. So we have some inspirational dresses and tunics, and I'll show you the tunics in just a second. But the dresses that we have are super, super stylish. We have the maxi dresses. Oh my goodness. I know you can see that eggshell dress right there. It says Keep Going, and that's our Keep Going logo from the Keep Going Connect collection. So you can actually check that product out on our site, and I'll put the link in the comments now. I'm excited about this one because I really had a vision to have products that would absolutely inspire people when they wear them. So it inspires them and it inspires those who sees the product. So I'm super excited about that because we just found a way to make it happen. Just the door opened and I walked right through it. So I'm excited. So you can go to my website, jessicagrace.tv, and I put the link to the maxi dress and let's see, the Keep Going dress right there in the comments. So you can check that out and make sure you grab a dress for yourself or someone for the holidays. All right, y'all. So let's keep it moving here. And here is our Have Faith collection. A beautiful design also from my brand. It comes in the eggshell maxi dress, and then it also comes in the red tunic. So the tunic is super cute because if you're like me, ladies, I love to go and grab my tunic with my leggings and out the door. Put on some Uggs, put on some boots, and I'm out of there. So, if you're like me and you really kind of like to have a nice long shirt to kind of cover the lower portions of the lower portions, ladies, if you're like me and you like to do that, tunics are the way to go. So go ahead and grab you one right there on the website. I'm going to put the link, let's see, Have Faith. It's right here, going to the comments to you right now. And you can grab a tunic or a maxi dress, for you or for someone that you love. All right, and our last item from the new apparel is the Live Free and Fulfilled tunics. Now, this is my brand slogan. I believe that we should all just focus on living free. We should focus on living free. We should focus on, making sure that we are living fulfilled. If you don't feel fulfilled, then 9 times out of 10, you are out of your purpose. Let's see if we can get this other light working yet. Okay, it's still charging, y'all. But anyway, we need to know that it's very important for us to focus on living free and fulfilled. And that's what this particular collection inspires you to do. So I love it because it comes in the black tunic with the gold lettering, and then of course the red tunic with the black lettering. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you actually take some time to stop by the JGW store and make sure you grab for yourself or someone you love. So of course I'm putting the link in the comment right now, making sure that it is there and available for you. And I'm also going to take a quick moment right now to share this because I just remembered I did have someone who wanted to see this broadcast, and they told me this, I'm not on Facebook. And so because of that, I want to make sure that they actually have an opportunity to see the broadcast. So let me get out of this and go to let's see here. Go to my contacts and share this now. Sharing with my God sister. Hopefully she's still awake. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate you for stopping by tonight's broadcast. I appreciate you for tuning in. Again, I told you that we had to do some emergency traveling today. So we kind of just what I think they say makeshift. We kind of made do with what we could have access to. And I'm going to talk about that in the stories. So follow me on Instagram at Jessica Grace W, and also on Facebook, in my stories on Facebook. And I'll be putting there about this experience and how I made it happen tonight. Okay, so thanks again for watching. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for subscribing, all of that good stuff. And make sure you stay connected right here at Jessica Daily, and visit me at jessicagrace.tv.